what I do.
I lost my house, my job. They gave me the Red Cross showed up. Hey, yeah, apply for this. I'm like, man, I'm not about to fool with that. So I think I applied. They gave me like $100, and I'm like, I don't even want to use that stuff in the store. You know, I'm not knocking people who have to use it, but I'd rather work. You know, so that was my one time that I've used it. Now, I might have been the recipient of a few food stamps back in the 80s because, you know, grandma used to use some crackheads in the community. And the crackheads would come through and be like, look, you know, we'll give you $50 and you give me $100 worth of food stamps. I'm just saying that wasn't my fault. I was a kid. Okay. All right. But nevertheless, these people are being cut. Their food stamps are being cut. How do you vote for Donald Trump? He told you what he was going to do. You prioritize your racial identity over your own needs. You see? They seem to think that keeping white privilege is more important than lifting themselves out of poverty or eating or even having a safety net. All right. See, the mass deportation of these Latinos also plays a significant role in this dynamic. Look, let me tell you, watching them, watching these hardworking immigrants being sent away, these brown immigrants, it reinforces the illusion of white supremacy. Okay. That's why y'all felt a certain kind of way when you saw me up there saying, and I know the white people, I want you white people to look now, I'm talking to y'all. You felt a certain kind of way when I said, yeah, we got to send these Canadians home. And then you saw that white man and that white woman, but they worked, so you were in your mind making every excuse you possibly could. But he worked for it. He's paying his taxes. He was a Vietnam War veteran. Gotta go. Mexicans that can say the same thing. You got to get up out of here. All y'all got to go. Doesn't feel the same. Okay, I'm just trying to help you understand. That's why I played that, and that's why I was so cruel with it. Okay, but see, many of the whites, my white folks, you actually have a sense of comfort knowing that despite your own struggles, you remain in a position of perceived privilege just because of your race, and this allows you to cling to the belief that you're better than those who are being deported, even if you're living in poverty yourself. You out there in the trailer park and you see this Hispanic dude or whomever with a nice house and a nice family, and they wrapping him up and putting him in the back of the van, and you take solaces and yet you got roaches in your kitchen, beer cans everywhere, and a dog, a broke down car out in the street, and the dog scratching his balls on your front porch at the trailer park. Right, cigarette butts everywhere, but you got your Trump flag up. You see, and so it's baffling how this way of thinking doesn't make any logical sense. Okay, the desire to maintain social order that favors whites it clouds their judgment about what was truly in their best interest. They're willing to support policies that ultimately hurt them just to feel superior to others. And this mindset is not just harmful, it's damaging to society as a whole. It keeps people divided. It prevents real progress. And when you prioritize racial hierarchy over your own well-being, you lose you lose sight of what matters, improving your life and the lives of the people around you. And it's time that you begin to recognize, because we see it, and I think y'all seeing it too. Now, I'm going to run this back. Let me see if I can play this again. Somebody type gold card in the chat room. Donald Trump does not like you poor whites. I want y'all to understand how little he likes the poor whites. Listen to this. Check this out.
Green card privileges. We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus. It's going to be a route to citizenship. And wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying.
It's going to be the VIP route to citizenship. You say that you got $5 million, we'll put you in the front of the line. Come on in here. You got VIP bottle service, everything. Come on in. Don't worry about nothing. You just put that $5 million up.
This card, they'll be wealthy and they'll be successful and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And we think it's going to be extremely successful.
You see that? You don't give a hot rat's butt about you folks. All you poor white people out there. Look, in case it wasn't already obvious, Donald Trump does not give a hot cat's butt. Sorry, no offense to any cats. He doesn't give a crap about poor people, poor whites, or anything. If you need further proof, let's talk about that latest transactional scheme right there. And again, I voted for Donald Trump. I'm cool with it. Don't bother me at all. Okay. But again, he's pushing something called a gold card, which is going to allow foreign citizens essentially to buy U.S. residency for a hefty price of $5 million. In return, because see, if they can afford to just drop $5 million, guess what that means? They got plenty. You know what I mean? These are billionaires we talking about. In return, guess what? These ultra wealthy newcomers are going to get the same privileges as a green card holder gets. The idea, right, is to attract rich, successful people to the U.S. so they can pay taxes, build houses, and spend money and start business. Sounds great, right? Except here's the problem. What is it going to do to the cost of living? When these folks flood the market with wealthy people, what's going to happen in places like Miami? It's already expensive. What's going to happen to the housing market? What's going to happen with rent? It's already outrageous. A simple dinner at a restaurant, suddenly it's going to be out of the reach of the average person. What happens when the cost of living soars? Poor and middle class Americans become a permanent underclass. It doesn't matter if you're white, black, Hispanic, or anything. If you don't have millions, you're getting priced out. But don't worry, Trump, he's made sure he's going to take care of his rich associates all across America, right? America first, right? Right? Except for you poor Americans. I mean, you see what he's doing. He don't give a damn. He already alienated Mexico, Canada. I don't care. He strained his relationships with European allies. I don't care. And now instead of focusing on you poor Americans, he's opening the door for billionaires and multimillionaires to buy their way in. Guess what? These rich people aren't coming here to contribute to society. They're coming here to do exactly what America's wealthy have already done. That's hoard wealth, exploit tax loopholes, and push the burden onto the working class. Look, wealthy in the U.S., people who are already, they already don't pay their fair share of taxes. The poor and the middle Americans, they overpay compared to their income. And now, thanks to this gold card idea, we're going to be importing more rich people from Saudi Arabia and everywhere else. And they're going to drive up the cost and they're going to avoid taxes. And if all goes to hell in a handbasket, they're going to slide out and go back home and leaving the regular folks doing what? Struggling to catch up. Yes, I understand. Some countries sell citizenship, but the difference is they use those funds to support the infrastructure and social programs and struggling immigrants. Meanwhile, here in America, we're just going to make it easier for rich people to buy their way in and make life harder for everyone else. I mean, let's be honest. This isn't about helping the economy or making America better. This is about Trump and his wealthy elite friends making sure poor people stay exactly where they are, struggling, desperate, and stuck. And guess what? And the best part is a lot of his supporters, like me, we all right with it. Okay. But the flip side is the other people who supported him, you in the trailer park right now, you're going to suffer. Okay. But hell, as long as rich people are getting richer, why should we care? Again, I'm just asking questions. How could you all support this fella? I'm just asking the question. Now, here's the thing. I want to be clear about something. I'm not suggesting in this overarching conversation that classism alone is a problem. Okay, classism or class issues are significant. They're not the sole reason for the oppression faced by poor whites or poor blacks. See, if wealth and class were the primary factors, then we wouldn't see people like Bill Cosby, a man who's worth $4 million, facing wrongful prosecution. We wouldn't see that. It's because he's black. Same thing goes for Sean Combs. Sean Combs has done nothing that Hugh Hefner has not done. Okay, Sean Combs is a billionaire. He's facing legal challenges because he's black. Just straight up, all right? The reality is racism plays a critical role in how people are perceived and treated regardless of their wealth. If you don't believe me, O.J. Simpson, right? This man was acquitted, okay? Acquitted. He didn't commit the crime according to the law, but you still got people, man is long dead. People still cling to the belief that he unalived his wife and her friend or boyfriend, Ron Goldman, and they ignored the evidence that suggested otherwise. And some people say there was alternative theories. They said it was a drug-related debt. Some people saying the mafia was involved. I don't know, right? But nevertheless, what I can tell you is that racism fuels the stereotypes and the bigotry, and that persists in our society, and is rooted in a system of privilege. And the privilege is upheld because you have a Judeo-Christian mindset that needs to justify its existence. What am I saying? I'm saying in order to maintain this privilege, somebody, you got to convince them, you got to convince yourself that these people who I'm oppressing are less than human. You got to portray them as animalistic or primitive. You got to call them low IQ, low vibrational, unadvanced. You got to call them monkeys. You got to make up theories. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the broadcast. This is Uncle D. People wash their ass in the tub, Kamala Harris.
You were tuned in to Uncle D. This black man talk, pull up, homie, take a seat. Don't be a shadow watcher every day. You learn something, then you earn something. And let them know and drop some money in the plate. It's getting cold, ladies, talking ratchet. There's a king here, grab your coat, zip your jacket. Keep quiet for a second, close your jaw. Attorney Spurling, this ain't pearly, know the law. Talking Constitution, pushing pins when he shooting, give him that. Masculinity, just for the record, sprinkle that. You can keep your cat, gotta cut it. Only cat he rubbing, gotta love it. I call it Holly Buddy. Gotta vote your interest, voting earns. Presidential, this is for the money that I earn. When you gon' learn, my people, that evil mixed with evil. No matter what you're doing, baby, this ain't equal. Sometimes when you're special, you get hated. The test is for the best, you're damn right, my people made it. Uncle D, Blizzard King, you've been served, gotta notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you've been served, get your notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you've been served, get your notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you've been served, get your notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now.
Hey man, I'll do what I do.
Somebody need to whip your ass.
Get up and whip him, Sweets.
Hey, don't be putting the money in my hand all rough.
Take your ass out here. You buy you a Floby and cut your own damn hair from now on.